I thought I lost it. Yeah, it's dark in here. Oh, you want me to sit out there with you?
You said what?
You want me to sit out there with you?
Oh, no, I'm good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. My son made me um, eggs and bacon. Eggs and bacon, delicioso. What's up? What's up? What's up? Guys, don't forget to answer the poll. I'm so curious to know, and I'm going to tell you why I put it up in a second. So bear with me. And basically, today's topic, if you're wondering, like, what I want to talk about, is what comments should you or shouldn't you respond to? You know, and the reason why I put it up is because last night, so I'm going to tell you the whole thing from the beginning. Um, oh, wow. I'm watching this gorilla, this family. They dropped their kid into the water, and the gorilla basically picked up the kid and handed it back up to the family. You know what I'm saying? So last night, uh, can you guys hear me? I don't think you guys can hear me. I might have to come. If you can hear me, just let me know. Because I'm talking and I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, Oh, don't forget to hit the poll. So, um, and let me know what you guys think about that. And I'm gonna tell you in a second why I even came up with that and everything. So, last night, okay, first of all, um, the person who came on my live wanted me to acknowledge that I am a small content creator. And I've always acknowledged that. I already know the numbers show. I'm just now trying to get into the game. I realize, I recognize, um, yeah. But that's not what got me to come up with the topic today. So I'm really curious to know what you guys think about this. Um, WSG. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, so anyway, I'm really curious to know what you guys think about this as far as when it comes to negativity in the comments. And normally, I'm okay if people say little silly stuff. Sometimes people get in the comments and they say like the silliest things. Like it's like, okay, so where did you come up with that? And I'm okay with that because I could just delete it, block it, or ignore it. That doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Um, what's up? How you doing? I could just ignore it. But this particular comment was made, and I'm really curious to know what you guys think. I decided to do the poll. I decided to come on here. I honestly, genuinely would like to know, like, how do you handle a situation like that, especially the way everything is going? So the comment was, I was talking about a gentleman that I brought onto my channel, and he happens to be a director for this really famous group that the musical group that they went to the White House, to the Clinton White House. They performed several times there. They opened up for amazing artists like Prince and stuff like that. You ignore rude comments. You know what? After yesterday, I am a 5 million% agreeing with you, because out of the good that I was trying to talk about what this guy is doing, bringing him on, feeling so honored that he would even come on my show, because this guy is like, again, like I said earlier today, right? Um, I know I'm a small content creator. My goal is to get there, and I realize, and I'm being realistic, that it'll happen when it happens, and it'll happen one day at a time if it happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to come on here and act like I'm this huge content creator and that, I'm famous and rich, because I'm not. I'm not at all. And so I was saying that this guy, his name is Gary Hines, I reached out to him and I said, would you like to come on to my channel? And would you like to tell people what you do on my channel? And he said, sure. And I was shocked and I was excited. And I came back on, it was so excited that I came back on like 1 o'clock at night, because I was stressed out, because the video that I had interviewed with him, YouTube was taking 24 hours to process it. And I was like, is it just me? Are they just doing this to me? I mean, or is it because I'm a small content creator? Do I need more bandwidth? Are they shadow blocking me? I was trying to figure out what was going on. So I came back. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, which I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have just stayed in my bed and realized that the next day, which is true, you can actually go to the video now and check it out. It's up. It's up and running. The sound issues was corrected a little bit better. I was talking about the sound issues. And then I was talking about, they asked me, so, what did he ask me? He asked me, so, what kind of music did they play? And I said, they play all kinds of music, and I put it into the chat. One was jazz, one was classical, one was R&B. They just play a lot of, and they play hip hop. They said they didn't like hip hop because that's for colored people. And it bothered me because I felt like music is universal. I thought, it was universal. So I wasn't trying to get into this conversation about who listens to hip hop. That's not what I was trying to do. I just thought it was rude. And this person doubled down and they sounded even more stuff. They attacked my channel, blah, blah, blah. I deleted them and then I thought about it. Why did I even answer? So you are correct. You should ignore them. And so I started doing my little YouTube research and how to handle people who come on and make rude comments. And it was all over the place. Some people say that when people start making rude comments, they started giving the personal reason and why they were doing it. And then one person came on and said that they get some kind of, like an adrenaline to see you react to their comment, and then who wins? Who wins? They actually win because now you're responding to it and you're going down a rabbit hole that doesn't make any sense. Like, did it really matter that that person said that? It reflected on that person. Why did I have to address it? I addressed it because I was like, whoa, that's not what my channel's about. I don't want my channel to be about exclusion. I don't want to exclude somebody because of their age, their color, of their skin, their preference. That's not what I come on here for. I come on here to have fun. I come on here to eat with you guys. I come on here to joke and talk with you guys. I bring you behind the scenes of special events I do. And what that person did was accomplish what they set out for. It took away from the original question I had was about me uploading the video and why is it taking 24 hours to process it. And then I noticed a lot of people were up, so I got excited and I started talking to them, and I should have realized that that person was baiting me. And I said, oh my gosh, like, how should I handle it? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask you guys. And I put up a poll, and the poll is basically, how do you handle rude comments in the chat? And I don't want to, Sebas, the legend, I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. Please forgive me if I am. He said he or she that they ignore rude comments, and I should have done that. Shame on me. I should have ignored it. I should have just looked at it, and when it got too crazy, I should have just deleted it. You know what I'm saying? That way it doesn't offend anybody else on the chat. That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done. And so that's what I'm going to do from now on, or try my best to do, because we're humans. So I put up a poll, and I'm hoping you guys answer it. And so far I got like 15 votes. Thank you. And it says, and basically what it says, it says, how do you handle rude comments in the chat? And the categories I put up is ignore them, respond calmly, block or report them, and it depends on the situation. And I'm going to talk about in the second one what I think about depends on the situation. If somebody is making a comment, it may come off rude, but it's something that might be helpful for you. Sometimes you got to take it for what it is, maybe not respond to it, but look at it and understand why the person is saying it in the first place. So that's why I put depend. But I'm genuinely do not know how to handle it. I think I'm just going to ignore it. That's what I'm going to do. But 27% of you guys said ignore them. 13% of you said respond calmly. And about almost over half of you guys, 53% of you guys said block them and report their behinds. And so I had to come on here and ask, because my mind was all over the place. And plus too, I talk about this on this channel. Should you care about what people think about you? And it's crazy because when I ask people, Send me your questions about what you want me to talk about on the show. It's always matter of the heart and what people think about you, and it's always put in different formats. And it's funny that I'm even talking about this because I looked at my questions and somebody says, and this question was, do other people's opinion of you really matter? So I'm really curious to think about what you guys said. Um, and I guess that's the depends thing. It depends. It depends if they're trying to give you constructive criticism. Sometimes constructive criticism can hurt. It really can. And I'm not speaking because I'm an expert. I'm speaking out of experience. So if you wonder, like, well, what kind of degree does she get? And she all up in here trying to be somebody's education. No, I'm basically, this is literally, I'm speaking from my own experience. And, there's been times when people came at me and they basically wanted to give me some advice, but it came in a rough package. And sometimes when it comes in a rough package, the first thing you do is you put up your guard and you want to buck them, you want to fight them on it, meaning verbally fight. Some people physically fight. But I always told my husband in the beginning, because my husband, he's the type of person, like, if you're going to say something to him, he's going to snap back at you. That's just the way he is. He's a kind-hearted person. He's very loving. He's very forthright in what he does. But if you come at him a certain way, he's going to come back at you. And sometimes it can get to where it's like going back and forth, going back and forth. And I used to always say to him that be okay what you say to somebody, and be okay that they do hear you, that in the moment they're not going to say, you know what, you are right, you are, boy, you're 100% on this, but they're going to run that conversation over and over and over in their head to the point that they might not necessarily come back to you and say, if you hear pots in the background, my son is cooking. He made me some eggs and bacon. But anyway, they're gonna run the conversation. I'm gonna have to close this door. Who is I saying? They'll run the conversation over and over and over in their head because now they're trying to figure out why you said this, what was the purpose behind it, and then people, we're compassionate people by heart, I think mostly everybody is. And if you are compassionate and if you really think about what they're saying, you say, I don't like the way they said it. I'll probably never go back to them and tell them they're right, but they got a point. So that's the depend for me, right? But that comment that person made, it triggered in the sense that I'm like, why are we bringing hate over here? And I addressed them, and I shouldn't, because the slap back was, I'm a small content creator, which I talked about before, and I noticed that, like, there'll be a burst of people come on, they'll go off, they'll come back, they'll go off. 2-3 people might sit and watch me for a little bit, they'll go off, 2 more people will come on. And they made a comment about it, and I was like all in my feelings, and I thought about it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep moving forward because, if I give up on the 2 people that are watching me, they're going to look at me like, well, dang, I was in your court. What happened? You know what I'm saying? So I let that person get in my head by that little comeback. So, but that wasn't the reason why I took them off. The reason is because when they made a comment about hip hop, and they said that only a certain group of people. Oh yes, my son is gonna make tamales. The reason why I was like, you know what, I took it off, not so much because I'm a woman of color. I come from different nationalities. Those who watch me know, they ask me where I'm from. I was born in the Bronx, raised in Long Island, hanging out now in the Carolinas. But my people come from all over. I have different nationalities in me. So to me, people matter. And when you sit there and say, I don't listen to that because this group of people listen to it, I don't want to be offensive. I don't want that person to be offensive to potential people coming on a chat and seeing something like that. So I took it off and I actually blocked them. But I agree with, I hope I'm saying it, it's Sobas. Am I saying it? Seabass. Seabass. I agree with Seabass. Yeah, ignore them. So next time, I'm going to ignore them. But if they say something that's offensive to the other people that are on the chat, on the chat, I'm going to delete them. So, and I don't like doing that because, you know, I see people, they be on their live, they be like, oh, I'm blocking you. Some people like it, some people don't. But you know what? If you're going to come on here with hate speech and offend other people, I'm going to have to let you go. So that was the reason why I came on here. I had to really understand my way of thinking to see if it was correct and if I wasn't being like the most about it and everything else like that. So my son made me some bacon and eggs and I'm getting ready to eat it. And thank you guys for your vote. 15 of you guys voted. Thank you very much. And I'll read it again. It was, how do you handle rude comments in the chat? And 27% of you said ignore them. 13% said respond calmly. You know, I mean, that's a good thing too, sometimes to respond calmly because people are looking at you the way you respond to somebody. I've watched content creators who are huge and they pretty much got their following because it was snapback people. You know, people like that about them. But then a lot of people left those channels because they didn't like the aggression that it showed on them. And then have you ever noticed that who's this? Oh, there's some other people. All right. I'll come out. I'll go in the other room. I'll come out. I'll go in the other room. Okay. You can't. Oh gosh. Now you know I messed it up. What I'm saying? Have you ever noticed two people when they're arguing, right? And that the subject that they're arguing about, you can understand each one's point of view, but you can understand more the person who came in with the evil, aggressive way of saying something. But the person who actually looks bad is the person who reacts the worst. So yeah, that's why I think a lot of people sway away from it. So thank you guys for answering the poll. And yeah, it makes me feel a little bit better about my decision of blocking him. I thought was like, did I go to extremes? But I feel really good about it because I think if I would have left that kind of hate speech, which I consider to be hate speech, maybe others might have been like, it's nothing. Like, what you getting all uptight about? But you know, people have different viewpoints and everything. So I decided to block that person. In the future, you know, some of those comments you do have to just ignore them and keep it moving. Sometimes it makes them, like I was saying before, it makes them look worse. But if you respond to it, like people looking at you like, why are you responding to that? why are you even giving that 2 cents? Like, come on. Look how you looking right now, you know. And block them and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna go and eat my breakfast with my son. He made me breakfast. I'm so excited about that. And I want to invite you guys back this evening for In the Mix at 6. Usually I'm cooking. It's not a cooking channel, so I'm going to put that out there right now. But I do like to cook. I might be doing other things. I might have a guest on from time to time. Like yesterday, I was very excited. You guys, please go ahead and check out that interview what I did with him. Matter of fact, real fast before I go off, I was like really nervous about that interview because normally I do it through a different app, and that app makes it really easy for you. It's the first time I did an interview like that directly through YouTube. One, I loved it because it actually really it sent it out to a lot of people to let them know that I was on there. Two, I was a little disarmed by it because I was nervous because I was unfamiliar with it. I didn't know how it would react, and at some points I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I was asking him the same questions that he just said, but he was a real trooper about it. He answered the questions. So he's an interview pro, so he was like cool with it. So I'm going to look up that interview and I'm going to put it into the chat so you guys can go ahead and check it out for me, please. Let me know what you think about it. And incidentally, that was the reason which sparked me to come live to talk to you guys today, to ask you guys the question I am today, because I was concerned because after I did the interview, because I've never done it through YouTube before, I was concerned because the processing time took 24 hours. And I was like, oh my God. But now I understand. So in the future, I can get with it. So I'm still team YouTube. I like that. I like it. Only thing different is that I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you're huge content creators or whatever. But I personally can only have one guest on there. So I probably have to use the other streaming apps when I have other guests on there. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Let me show you guys. Let me, hold on guys. It's going to take me a minute to get there. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. Oh gosh, life be life, and y'all. I can't wait to eat this eggs and bacon that my son made me. I really can't. Here we go. There it is. Share. All right, so you guys, it's in the chat. Please check it out. Okay, this is click on the link to check out my interview with Gary Hines. Y'all, when I first met him, I kept calling him Gregory Hines. He is not Gregory Hines. He's Gary Hines. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about him, definitely go ahead and Google him. But that's the link right there that you guys can go ahead and do that. Oh, thank you guys so much for answering that poll. For real. I really appreciate you. It puts things in perspective. And I think for the future, as for me, I am no longer going to address comments that I think are a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? I won't do that anymore. So, hold on. So, anyway, before I go, I do want to invite you guys to come back and chill with me this evening at 6 o'clock. I do this thing on my channel called In the Mix at 6. So tonight I'm going to be cooking. I have a special guest that may or may not come on, so please come on. Please check it out. If you guys have any subjects advice that you might want me to talk about for tonight, I do have one planned already. And I'm getting ready to post it after I eat what it is. So I'm going to put it into, the link that, I'm going to go live on. I'm going to put it into that one. So hit your notification so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And that's tonight at 6 o'clock. And by the way, In the Mix, when I do that, is every Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can follow me on other social medias, Donna Denise Walker, and go ahead and do that. And if you would like to go ahead and send me an email, if you'd like to be on my show, food suggestions, topic suggestions, the Donna Denise Walker podcast, and that's in my description. All right, guys. Thank you so much for doing that poll with me. Thank you so much for answering, basically saying that you ignore the comments. Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to ignore those comments. It's too much. You don't need to let people rent space in your head. It's not necessary. So thank you so much. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Peace.